Hi guys, we are inside the Grand Floridian at the bar, the Enchanted Rose. This used to be Misner's, or Meisner's. I used to call it Misner's, so it's Meisner's. It is a beautiful space based on Beauty and the Beast. We have gotten tables by a window, so we may or may not be able to see any fireworks. That's questionable. They start in about 24 minutes. We'll see. But we're going to enjoy our last meal in the parks, a celebration for achieving all 4 parks in one day with multiple tasks at each park, and see what the gluten-free options are for you guys. So, follow along. Okay, so we have placed our order. I'm showing you the lounge menu right now. Many of the things can be modified. So the caviar, I mean, you're not going to get the right bread, so that was a meh. The charcuterie, I am not a fan of duck roulette, so I did not order that. But the rest of the meats is actually quite lovely. We're getting the cheese selection. We cannot get the croquettes. We are going to get the seasonal flatbread. They're putting it on a different crust. I can't have the crab dip. We're getting the homemade truffle fries, and I can't have the hummus. So we're trying, with the exception of the charcuterie, we're really trying everything that we could do. I mean, yeah, technically we could do the caviar.
But why?
But why, exactly. For drinks, she is getting
The bottom one.
the lavender fog, because it's a gin drink.
So all 3 of those are gin drinks.
I understand that, but that's why you were getting, yeah. So it was Silver Dry Gin, Rothman and Winter Creme de Violette, Twining's English Breakfast Tea for caffeine, vanilla and cream. That actually sounds quite lovely. And then I am probably going to do their seasonal old fashioned, which is a cranberry and orange old fashioned. And I think I had that one the last time I was here, but I don't think I was vlogging it, so you might not have known. Or maybe you did. It's either that or the Manhattan. I might see if they can make a bourbon Manhattan.
I bet they can.
I bet they could
That's
too
easy
if I
to do.
asked nicely. So I'm going to probably do like a Manhattan on the sweet side. So those are our things, but we're getting lots of food. We're going to celebrate. We also are getting water. We'll talk to you when it all gets here.
Okay, so my lavender frog showed up. The picture will be right here. Okay, so first thing I notice is while taking, it's very low light in here, so it's hard to see it. But it looks like the bubbles have been settling since he had brought it. So I mean, it was fresh poured, and we're right in the bar. So it was boom, well, here we are. But the bubbles are starting to disappear. I have no idea what this is going to be like. First, it feels very dairy.
Okay, for the cream. Yeah.
And I'm like, well, maybe I just got the foam. But no, then the gin was like, hello.
Okay.
Hi, how are you today? I'm here to tickle your palate. That's really what, seriously.
Okay.
Not in a bad way.
I know.
It's sweet, but not in a way that bothers me.
Okay.
I don't like, I like tiki drinks. I don't like a lot of tiki drinks. I don't like a lot of sweet drinks. This is kind of fun. It's because it's got that dairy thing. Try it.
All right, so I'm going to give it a taste. It does have cream in it.
And it is an herby gin.
So the smell comes off almost milkshakey.
Yeah.
That's
See?
actually quite nice.
See?
So,
Yeah, it takes 2 sips to figure it out.
Yeah,
it really does.
So it starts off kind of creamy milkshake in the front. Mid-tongue, it almost tastes banana-ish. I know there's no banana in
There
it.
is no banana.
It's creme de violette and a couple other things.
Yeah.
But it kind of hits center. And then as it goes down the rest of the palate, that's when you get that edge of herbaceousness. But it's not heavy. Like, that's a gin drink I could drink. Yeah, I don't like a lot of gins, especially when they're very botanical. And this, I've still got like that sweetness. It really is sort of like a vanilla milkshake on steroids.
Because it's vanilla and cream at the last 2
Yeah, vanilla and cream. So yeah, so that's what I'm picking up more of, is that vanilla milkshakey, because it's ice shaken. So there's crystal in there.
And the it's the silver dry gin.
So it's like a runny, it's a runny adult milkshake. But it's
But in a good
of
way.
It's an elegant palate.
In a good way.
Yeah, in an elegant palate. That's quite nice. So I'm going to be getting a Manhattan, but I'm modifying it. Instead of rye, I'm having them do bourbon. And I've asked them to do it, a little on the sweet side, so we'll see how that turns out. I'm not sure which bourbon they use. The bartender's going to come up with it based on the sweetness. Okay, so my Manhattan is here with 2 Luxardo cherries, and the picture of it will go right here. So,
I like that this swizzle stick is like a heart.
the little piece of bamboo is a heart. So, definitely get that solid bourbon flavor. Smell.
Yep.
It's almost on an edge sour. I may ask for a little more touch of vermouth to it. Just a little splash of sweet vermouth.
Ladies, how are they tasting?
Can I get a tiny splash of sweet vermouth added into there?
Yeah, of course. I'll bring
Awesome.
it outside.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Mine is perfect.
Yeah, hers is amazing. But I modified mine, so it's all my own fault.
You're playing with recipes. I want to try it before you get to the
Really nice, like orange in the middle palate, but definitely bitter, comparatively. Definitely potent drink. Let's see what she thinks.
Yeah, it's doing a little more hit you in the mouth kind of thing.
Yeah, and
than
the
before.
sweet vermouth,
Yeah.
I think, will just tone that for
Okay.
me.
Yep.
I'm gonna add the sweet vermouth, and again, if you don't like a drink, say something. Sweet vermouth reminds me a lot of sort of like a port wine. The smell of it. I need one more touch, and I think I've got it. Yeah. That's better. It's still not, it's a much stronger drink. It's a much heavier drink than an old fashioned. But yeah, this sort of adds a, almost like a bitter tawny to it. But it does take the sweetness up a hair.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not so much in your face. It's more
Exactly.
I'm here.
I am here to play with you, but I'm not going to hurt you. Yet.
Yeah,
All right.
There's an edge to the voice.
Yes, yes.
There's an edge to the voice of that one.
There you go. So I'm gonna put you guys on hold until the food gets here.
like it.
Okay, so all the food has arrived. Pictures of which will go right here.
Ding.
And you are gonna start with the truffle fries, and then I will steal some so you can do that.
Okay.
And they come with the aioli to dip in.
Hi, blog.
Hi, blog.
Okay. I keep forgetting. Okay, so some fries. These are truffle fries. We've had truffle fries before. Did we have them at...
Not here.
Not here, but we've had them on
We've had
property
they
before.
exist, yeah.
Yeah, we had them at, what's it?
Couple places.
Yeah, we've had them, but we have had them here. And it comes with, I love the aioli. And I can dip the knife in there at the
Yes, you
moment
can.
because I haven't done it. You know, eventually it's on the just using a fry.
True, yeah.
For that.
I mean, you could dip the fries directly in too if you wanted.
I could, but this way, if I start doing that, you never know what's going to happen.
Fair enough.
So, if we're going to play it nice, I'm going to play it nice.
I will do it nice too.
Okay. I mean, not that we haven't been sampling each
I
other's
know,
drinks or
yeah,
anything
but-
like that. But it's the keep me in the habit of not cross-contaminating.
Yep.
Nice and crisp.
Okay.
Cooked all the way through, which is always a nice thing.
Yes.
The salt is lovely. The aioli, I think a little heavy. I can go a little lighter with it. Pretty much what I expect from the truffle fries on property.
Okay.
But still, very nice, very fresh.
Okay, so I'm going to try one in here. First, I'm going to try fried pretty much alone. There's a little truffle mayo thingy at the top. There's a nice depth to the fat in the fry. Very crispy.
I love the crispiness.
Yeah. And they're definitely holding onto oil on their own. It almost feels like they're duck fat fries.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it has that kind of feeling to them. The aioli. What is that flavor? Hold on. You definitely get egginess in the aioli.
says it is a truffle aioli.
The truffle aioli. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. So the fries aren't truffled, it's the aioli that's truffled.
You're going to make me eat it again.
Sorry, what type of fries are they? Sorry,
You're keeping me from eating all the fries. That's what you're doing. I see.
Uh-huh. You've gotten my evil plan.
House-made truffle fries includes, I love reading to the blog. This is so much fun.
Reading with Lori.
Black truffle, aged Parmesan. See, now she's taking all the fries.
I took a section.
And truffle aioli.
Okay.
That's the description.
So it's the aioli is what's truffled. It's not the fries.
Well, it starts with black truffle, comma,
Oh.
aged Parmesan, comma.
Okay, so I guess
truffle
there is.
aioli.
Okay.
So, yeah, there's truffle in it. Truffle. It's extra.
So it is very
truffle-y.
mushroomy. That's got to be the flavor in that then. Hold on. It still has a very eggy flavor to me. Not
Well,
mayonnaise
the aioli
eggy.
will.
Right,
That's
but
the aioli flavor.
but other aiolis I get don't have that much. Almost feels yolk-like.
Well, maybe it's house-made.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Yeah. And that
It's
would
very
have to
good.
make a difference. Right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. So these are quite tasty. All right, so the next thing we need to go to,
Oh, we have to eat something else?
we have to go to the flatbread. We can wait for the cheese platter, but we need to, because that's probably technically a warm thing too.
All right, let me move. Oh, that's warm.
Good. All right, so the next thing we got is the flatbread. It's got artichokes, figs, ricotta, I think arugula. No, watercress.
Yeah.
Watercress.
Okay. All right, so this is the gluten-free flatbread with artichoke, plum, a green thing, and a white thing. I will look up in a second after I've taken my bite and tell you what they actually were.
There's ricotta, there's fig, there's artichokes, and there's watercress.
Fig, not plum. The watercress is going to stay on the plate at the moment. It's not in this bite. I think, yeah. I fought this one enough. I think it's winning.
Okay.
Okay, the bread is actually decent for a flatbread bread.
Good. Awesome.
This particular chunk of it's it's not firm
Right.
on the bottom. It's not cooked all the way through to the back.
Oh,
But again,
okay.
like I said, there's artichoke on this chunk, and that's probably wet.
Right.
And the wet makes it harder.
I think there's pesto on there too.
Uh-huh. That would be the green part.
Yeah.
Salad and fig work really well together, as does the artichoke. I'm not getting all bites together because they're big chunks of the fruit. It's quite tasty, and they could be a meal all in itself for somebody.
Yeah, that could be
So-
a definite meal.
Yeah, because it is a full-length flatbread. So.
Yeah. All right. It is kind of falling apart. It's 8 pieces.
What?
It's actually cut in the middle.
Oh
That's
my
why it was
gosh.
falling apart.
Okay. Well, you made a sandwich then.
Okay.
It'll be 6. Your piece is in half. This really is just one piece.
Okay. So, pesto.
5
Right.
pieces.
I don't think that tastes like pesto. I get the fresh ricotta. I get the fig. I get what I think is a balsamic drizzle. Yeah. But
All right. Back to the book. What did we order?
you get the sugar of the balsamic. And the watercress is very green, grassy, herby. The artichoke I haven't gotten yet. The figs are at that little extra sweetness along with the balsamic. The ricotta is light, very fresh, not a whole lot of intensity to the flavor. And what am I missing?
Well, there's something on there that isn't on here. We have artichoke, fig, ricotta, roasted garlic, and watercress.
It's a garlic, okay.
Really? That's green?
No. But that'll be the sauce base, yeah. But
I
it's
wonder
not.
if they use garlic scapes.
They would have said scapes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's what it says is on the seasonal flour. Maybe they added the pesto just to give it a little bit extra.
I don't think it's pesto.
No? Okay.
Taste it by itself. It doesn't taste like
I
basil.
have to find some by itself.
Artichoke is very nice. All right, we're gonna enjoy this I think this is a nice flavor palette. It's got a nice substantial body to it.
Do you want to talk about the cheeses?
We're going to do that afterwards.
Oh, okay.
I figured we do these and then we go to cheese.
I like
These
that.
are the hotter meals.
Good.
So we'll be back for dessert. We'll talk to you in a moment. All right, so we're going to try the cheese plate now. Now what we've done, just to prevent from cross-contamination, because she was given the cranberry bread, is that we split all the cheeses in half and all of the condiments in half, and then separated them onto different plates, clean knives, etc. So when she's doing hers, she's going to have it with that cranberry bread, which I do not have. I have plain traditional Bloomfield rolls cut very small. All right, so her thoughts.
So we have what do we figure out?
And one looks like a cheddar with the...
Yeah, that looks like a cheddar with the compote. Not compote. That's
I have no idea.
That's
It
a preserve.
doesn't say. It just says...
Assorted cheeses.
Yeah.
And
It looks like an apple jelly or something.
but each one came with something to pair with it.
Yes.
Which is the cool part. So I'm going to try to cut this, which is fun because it's got honey on it now.
Today.
Uh-huh. Definitely a cheddar. It's a good dry one. So it's been aged. I'm going to do this so I can taste this by itself. Apricot.
Yeah, apricot jam.
It's apricot jam, which is a nice sweet to the not quite. Well, I think it's not a super sharp cheddar, but it's definitely a sharper cheddar than a mild.
Okay.
And it is an eight. Both that would be an aged cheddar. So that's that. The second one is a white cheese.
And this one looks like it's got a quince paste, I think.
Yeah, it's got a or someone. I don't think it's a paste. I think it's one of those strips of.
Right,
it's
they
the
usually jelly it and
Yeah,
slice
it's been
it, yeah.
jellied. Still don't know exactly which white cheese this is, but it's a hard cheese.
I think it might be a Swiss. I see an indent here. Mm-hmm. It is, okay.
I kind of noticed something I don't think is supposed to be there, so give me a second here.
Okay.
That fish alert in my brain went off.
Oh.
That's why I'm like,
Okay.
so give me a second. It is a, whatever white cheese is, it is a dry white cheese.
It doesn't have a Swiss flavor to it?
Really?
Okay.
Not really. And yeah, we're not going to eat right off the knife, Lori. You're in a restaurant. Be nice.
It may have just been something triggering.
I'm not sure where it came from.
Okay.
Definitely another fruit, whatever the pairing is with it, that's fine. And the cheese itself is actually it's harder than the cheddar.
Okay.
And it's got
Like a Romano or like a Parmesan or something?
it's not salty enough.
Okay.
But yeah, it's interesting for that reason. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna save the blue cheese for last. Then we have this. What was this thing we just said? Is it some sort of
It looks
brittle?
like an almond brittle.
An almond brittle with a brie, which sounds amazing. And I'm looking forward to the brie. Thank you for your patience with me as I do this. I'm actually going to put it right on the brittle because the brittle's hard.
The brittle was served on top of it, so I think that makes sense. Could be a camembert.
I'm not sure
Okay.
which is which, but the pairing,
It's good.
spot on.
Okay.
It's a spot on pairing. And the last one is definitely a blue. I only have a small amount of that because I can only tolerate a small amount of that. I do have an allergy. It's not food, but it's food adjacent. So I try to play it safe. That might be all I eat of it right there.
Yeah.
So it's blue cheese with honeycomb, which looks very familiar actually.
Yeah, we did this at another meal, didn't we?
We had honeycomb with one of the eats, one of the
Oh,
Festival of the Arts.
there was somewhere else recently that I had blue cheese and honeycomb. That was the pairing.
Okay. Okay.
Coronado Springs. I did.
Okay. But we had some. There was some at one of the.
Oh, down there at
Yeah.
Polynesian, yeah.
No, at the festival, one of the things we ate had honeycomb in it.
Okay, yes, but I was
Yeah.
thinking of cheese and. But that's
Oh,
okay.
okay. Yeah. But that's why it looked familiar. I'm like, oh, I bet that's possibly from the
Gotcha.
same spot. I know I'm saying a lot.
Yeah.
As far as blue cheeses go, this is a good one. It's smooth and sharp at the same time, which is really nice. Without going, hi, I'm blue. No, it's a little more subtle than that, but it's definitely there. It's a strong blue. The honey is a great pairing with it. It's got that sweet note to go against that at the underneath. And I would eat more of this one. I know I should. I'm going to finish a little bit I have.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I would risk interesting moments later if for more of that.
Okay, so now my turn. So I'm going to do it in the same order she did. So we're starting with the cheddar with that apricot jam. So the jam is almost pasty. And it's not sweet. It's fruity, but it's not sweet. Especially against the very salty. When you think of like a really Kraft macaroni and cheese cheddar, or that mac and cheese Kraft, really salty, really cheddary flavor, that's what I'm getting from this cheese. Is that very strong? I mean, it's a flavor that most people crave.
It's cheddar.
Yeah, it's strong cheddar. Let me see it by itself real fast. And it's also got crystals in it. This is one of the higher quality aged ones. Yeah, that screams. It was a little too salty, actually. And the apricot on it softens it. Makes it feel even more creamy. And takes some of the excessive salt away. So that is nice together. So personally, I would be jumping around with toppings and stuff, but for right now, honestly, it doesn't need the bread. It's not necessarily something I would have thought to pair together, but they're nice together. Okay, so step number 2 is what looks like a quince paste with a hard cheese. Quince paste, cheese. That's Swiss. Or Gruyere or something. Yeah. It's not the right bite for Swiss.
Okay. It did have a bite, that's true.
So the paste, and it might not be quince, I'm guessing on that. Oh, it reminds me, Coronado Springs, at the club level, they did like a jelly paste of fruit. Now they sugared it within an inch of its life because it was dessert, but this reminds me of that.
In texture or flavor?
In flavor without the sweetness.
Okay.
And in texture, like a jellied candy.
Yeah.
So that one's quite nice. You don't need to watch me eat all of this, so let me go to the brie / camembert / basically it's a soft rinded cheese. The almond brittle, a little bit of a burnt taste to it, and the nuttiness. So that really earthy, makes it very earthy, brings it very down. And then you've got this soft, creamy fattiness of the brie. Not particularly salty. That pairs very well. That is a nice balanced piece. That was a nice choice. Again, it doesn't need the bread. Okay, and last but not least, we have blue cheese. And we have the honeycomb, which is dripping lots of honey too. And again, blue cheese is not always my first choice, the sticky blue cheeses kind of thing. For blue cheese, it's pretty mild.
Yeah.
Oh, it comes in at the end. Then you get that standard blue funkiness that they call it,
Funkiness is a good word for it.
That's the word,
It really is, yeah.
It is a good blue cheese. I don't know how much of it I eat by myself, kind of thing. a nice intensity to it. I think out of the 4 cheeses, the brie with the almond brittle is my favorite. Then probably the cheddar with the apricot. The Swiss with the jam, the jellied candy, jellied fruit, and then the blue cheese. I think that's the order I prefer them.
These are the cheeses. I think the brie would be first. And it's a toss-up.
Blue Swiss is second.
I think the Swiss is at the bottom.
Okay. Yep.
The cheddar would be second, and probably the blue cheese third, which is weird for me because I'm not usually care for blue cheese. But as you said a moment ago, it's mild, and I think that's what I like, and it actually balances nicely against the honey.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, it's gone off my plate because I did finish it up right away.
Yeah.
Because it was good. So that would be the order I had.
Hi guys. So, I'm going through all of the footage from the trip and got to this point and realized I never got a picture of the bill and never filmed an outro. So hi. Enchanted Rose was a lovely quiet space. It is again a bar, a lounge. So, you know, you're dealing with whatever's involved with the World of Bars at Disney. No discounts, no annual pass discounts, nothing like that. But it was a nice quiet space. A little louder than I expected, actually. And listening back to the footage, there was a lot of ambient noise there. But good conversation, really nice food. I mean, that cheese plate was lovely. You know, blue cheese isn't always my favorite, but I'm glad, hey, that video stayed with all of my analyzing. The fries were good, you know, and the flatbread was good. Out of all the things that stick in my mind or that I take away from that, it's probably, when I think of it now, it's probably the fries or the cheese. And the drink, her drink was better. And I'm not a gin drinker, but her drink was better. I think with tip and everything was around $120. So, you know, like somewhere around 16 to 18 bucks per drink, and then about similar amounts for each of the entree pieces. It might have just been it might have been around 100 once the bill was done. Again, sorry. Don't have the receipt. But if this has helped you figure out how to eat and drink around the parks when you're visiting, please give this a thumbs up. Like, share, subscribe, you know, all the good stuff, none of the bad stuff. And don't forget that I don't have a tagline. Singing hey ho, a maiden's life, 1, 2, 3. Hey ho, a maiden's life, won't you drink with me?